Yes, villagers. Today we're going to be talking about 4 reasons why men don't cry, especially black men. If you want to find out if your view is reflected among the 4, you are in the right place. If you're new to this channel, welcome to our village. If you're a returning villager, welcome as well. So, let's get into it. Welcome to Garden of the Mind, where we reduce stress, improve our health and fitness, and improve our financial IQ every episode. We know that feelings just are, and if you're human, then you go through the gamut of all of the human feelings. That includes crying. So why is it so difficult for men to cry or show this particular emotion? Well, we got 4 reasons why. Reason number 1, we are socialized to stifle our feelings. From an early age, most young men can recall a time where someone has called them out of their name, and a very hurtful name, if they were exhibiting any qualities that someone else determined to be not masculine. Most young men can also recall a time when someone told them to stop crying, to suck it up, to take it like a man, or to do something different than what it was that they were displaying at the time. The message is that a man does not do these things. These are not consistent with manhood. Therefore, young men learn to stifle their feelings and learn not to express other feelings that are not deemed by society to be masculine. Reason number 2, tears are aligned with weakness. There are a lot of people who can fake a lot of different emotions, but one of the most difficult emotions to fake is crying. When we see a person crying, we assume that they are deeply, deeply injured and cannot control that particular reaction. There's a certain genuineness in crying that I think is a little different than most other emotions. If crying is associated as a weakness and being a man is associated with strength, then crying can be the antithesis to being a strong man in this society. Reason number 3, most believe that biologically aggression is a male characteristic. They associate crying to be associated with a female characteristic. Now, whether you believe that's true or not, for society here in America, most people do believe those things happen. Testosterone is associated with aggression, while estrogen is associated with being soft and crying as well. So we're talking about hormones as well. Now, whether you believe those things or not, society has already aligned many of those emotions and ascribed them to those individual hormones, and thus those characteristics to the male and to the female. In many sports, violence is something that is revered, especially if they are contact sports like basketball, possibly football, or some other contact sports. That aggression is something that is played up by crowds, the audience, and many spectators. Now, you know I'm not a medical doctor. Now, people believe that taking male hormones increases your aggression and hostility, and want to boil down those characteristics and use those as the symbol for masculinity. Reason number 4, African American males historically have not had the luxury of showing emotion. If we look back to the time of enslavement here in America, many African American males did not have the luxury of showing emotion, because if they showed emotion, then those emotions would be exploited by their slave master. So they may have made a practice of not demonstrating emotion, making it more difficult for people to exploit their weaknesses. In most of American society, the man is looked at as the protector, as the defender of his family. Some African American men during the time of enslavement were stripped of their masculinity and stripped of their ability to protect their family. Many men have learned to stifle their feelings and not display them openly for all to see. If we learn historically to suppress our feelings and to bury them and not deal with them, it's going to take some time in order for us to tap into something that has been suppressed, something that has been buried for so long. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you want to know when I post, which is Wednesday, click on that notification bell. You get that ding on your phone and you know that a new video is waiting for you. My apologies for last Wednesday. I was feeling a little under the weather, but I was certainly not going to let another week go by where we didn't get a chance to see each other. And remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequences. I'll see you next week.